Moved out of your channel. Switched.
Okay, Rishingo, you got to sit in on the SJ preparations. What kind of strategy and what kind of mechs does it sound like they might be using?
Sounds like they got tired of getting their butts whooped. They went with more armor. A lot of range questions. Who's comfortable with what ranges and what weapon systems?
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised, especially TSA jungle here with Shingo. There's a lot of places to set up and fire off missiles or long-range weaponry.
A lot of questions about whether or not MAMRAMs are a thing to be used.
Yeah, the new minimum range on those and the missing tracking after mouse movement kind of makes those a little bit less versatile of a weapon in these smaller matches.
And we remember the days when you could tag them too.
Well, like I tried to do this morning, I used to be able to narc people, and then everybody else would grab missiles, and that's how you would take down the really good players, firing off arrow 4s and while narking them. But it doesn't work anymore, Rishingo. But that's a good theme. Things change in the game. There's always this. That's always the thing about this. You get good with one version of the game, then they release a couple more, and what you were good at, now you have to practice again, Rishingo. It's always a moving target, this game, and
it is indeed.
So Rishingo, I see an Atlas, I see a Chimera, and a Bushwhacker. Which one of these three is going to get focused by the enemy in general?
I'm going to say probably the Bushwhacker is going to get focused, unless Kidsin manages to get himself out front without cover.
Now, taking them on will be a Bushwhacker, a Marauder, and a Kit Fox.
I feel that Marauder's going down first.
If you were on the field right now, which asset would you most want to pilot out of everything?
That Marauder. It's got good mobility and has good firepower for its size. Got to keep it moving.
SJ looks pretty slow here. I don't know how fast a Marauder is, but that might be an advantage for the Falcons if they end up having to outmaneuver SJ here.
Pilots always forget to not leave their assault assets. Protect your armor and share it.
Well, go ahead.
Sometimes a little used and little known tricks of the trade on this are how much zoom you have, so how far can you see out?
That definitely is visibility can definitely come into play here. So, all right, I'm gonna check on something real quick.
Channel switched.
How are things going?
Waiting on Cheshire to build. Almost done.
Okay. Building.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Both teams being very cautious this time.
Well, I think that's because this will be a map 3. We had to remove the results of the first map where SJ was victorious because I, acting as the commander because we had to get going, we used a Morgu, which was a good idea, but an asset that didn't conform to the SIBA limits. So here we are on jungle. So the score is 1-0 the Falcons, and I think SJ was a little bit shell shocked after that really close match. 8% armor, and that initial volley, that initial exchange of fire was such a big thing that I think they want to try to get the first volley off themselves if they can this time. Do prior matches ever come into your thinking when you're commanding or fighting in the next match?
It all goes back to your single training, 1v1. Pay attention to your commander, focus fire.
Now, special thank you to Kidson. Kidson originally was going to be announcing today, but due to various things, he's been a soldier and has ended up playing. I really get the feeling, though, that Kidson and Architect are going to be having a refusal trial after this is all done. They get along fine. They're good teammates. But if Kidson's going to be forced to play in a 3v3, I think that he would like to know ahead of time that he's going to be playing. So he's being a sport, but that's always something interesting. Chemistry is really important in a 3v3. The Falcons play together all the time for a long time, and these Joey and Architect play together a lot. But Kidson usually plays with his own group, and it can take a while to shake off that to create that chemistry, Rishingo.
I'd agree. Jaguars are a volatile bunch. You get one of them who gets their fur riled, and it can be hard to bring them down.
So the two teams still being cautious. SJ hiding out over here by the volcano, and the Sea Foxes hanging out over here by the pyramid. 15-minute time limit on this. Most of these matches are usually pretty quick, but Rishingo on a big map like this with two ranged lists, this might go the full 15 minutes. At what point into a 15-minute match do you start panicking that you haven't got a shot off on the enemy and you want to get the kill with enough time? At one point do you say screw it, radar on, and head into the enemy straight?
Standard engagement times are going to be 5 minutes or less. So as soon as you hit that 5-minute mark, your heart starts pounding. You want to find a target if you don't have one already.
Now, Rishingo, there have been events in Living Legends since day one, and this game being 11 years old, I'm sure that you've partaken in your own fair share.
User disconnected from your channel.
All right, looks like Rishingo's connection timed out as we get going with this map. We have a 15-minute time limit, and I believe we've got about 10 minutes left, roughly. Let's go ahead and check in with the... Okay, so the MLL dev team on the second camera is playing. I'm currently watching the Falcons. Okay, so the two teams are trying to find each other, and
Channel switched.
Direwolf, do we have any free teams other than WR right now?
DJF and Bashar, but actually Bashar and both these teams are still in.
We're still here, but we're free.
Yeah, Jades can play Wolverines if they want, which would be a round 3 match, but we could do it.
Yeah, let's get going with that. Please.
Where?
What's up?
Go ahead.
I mean, would you like to play Jades, or would you like to play Wolverines?
Yeah,
I mean, we're gonna have to play
what
everyone.
server?
I'll move you to 5 since it's not being used right now.
Okay.
Password?
Fortunately, it's the same for all servers.
Channel switched.
All right, we're going to skip you ahead now to your. You're going to be playing your round 3 match against the Falcons, because I think it's going to be a while before the SJ team is done.
Yeah, they keep missing each other, both teams. It's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dyer will be in here shortly to help out.
Roger.
Channel switched.
Okay, so we've got a 15-minute time limit. That's going to start coming into play here. That's why we have the video. Let's pop in.
Channel
So I'm
switched.
thinking.
What time
Okay,
was
so
Og?
48.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Channel switched. Channel switched.
Okay, so here we are. Two teams start at 48, so they have until... And I'd like to thank Rishingo for coming in and helping us announce. It's been a pleasure having our guest announcers come on in. Rishingo will be done for today now. And we're going to... Okay, so match ends at 43, at 33. So the teams have got that 5 minutes that Direwolf was talking about. So we have happen. Oh! Russ gets hit. SJ gets the first volley. Let's see what happens. The Alpha Pilot and Rick the Stick need to share armor here. Although Kidson is down, Kidson is getting good shots, but he's also pretty exposed against these two mechs. Joey needs to share some of the firepower. Oh! Excellent positioning. Caught the Falcons with the long-range list off guard, and SJ with their long-range list just decided to come in and utilize what they could. If there are no issues there, we are tied 1-1.